Louise and welcome to your 10-minute lower body workout. If you've never met me before, my name's Sophie. You find me at Sofie_Jayne, and of course you find me here on YouTube. Today's workout, it's hamstrings, it's glutes, a little bit of quads. It's both inspired by Pilates and Barre. We don't need any other equipment apart from your mat. It's a bit of a killer, so have fun with it. But of course, I'm always going to give modifications and progressions to make it suitable for everyone. The video's lasting for 10 minutes. If you've got time after, you know that you can go and find another one of my workouts to do right after. And if you see my eyes glancing down here, it's because I need to keep my eyes on the time to make sure that we're working nice and evenly on both sides. If you have your own tunes, pop your own tunes on in the background. I'm not putting any music on because that royalty-free music, as delightful as it is, I don't always think it's the best to work out to. So let's bring your hands down. So your hands are directly under your shoulders and your knees are directly under your hips in an all fours position. Before we begin, I want you to think about stabilizing through the shoulders. So you push the hands into the floor, elevate the upper body away from the floor and engage through the center. Imagine I just placed a glass of water on your low back and we keep that stable. We extend, we'll start with our left leg. Extend the left leg directly behind you, pointing through the toes, and lift the leg up towards hip height. Finding the length in the leg, we begin with a simple tap down and lift. Now, as you're lifting your leg back up to hip height, I want you to imagine that I'm trying to push it back down. So you can feel the resistance through your hamstring, through the glute, as you bring it back up. We're continuing through this move. We've got like another 40 seconds, which is going to be 1 minute total. If anyone's got any wrist injuries, you can always make a fist and you may feel more comfortable in this position, or you can even lower yourself down to the forearms. So know that those positions are welcome for you to go to. Now we want to keep that left hip shining all the way down towards the floor. And you may also begin to feel some work in the right glute because that's working to stabilize you. If all the work's coming into the right side, just give yourself a little reminder to bring some weight forwards into the upper body. Guys, we've just got 5 seconds before we add on. Okay, this is our last rep. We then flex the left foot, bend the knee, keep the length of the leg, extend, tap, and lift. Bend, extend, tap and lift. Again, another minute through this one. Now, can we still imagine keeping that glass of water balanced on your low back? Try to avoid the shoulder blades collapsing and keep that stability that we started off with at the beginning of the class. That's it. And as you bring your heel in, really feel the back of the left thigh fire up. Imaginary headlights shining out your hips so they're staying nice and square towards the floor. And how we'll be working today, we're going to completely fatigue this left side before we repeat the whole sequence on the right hand side, which I know you can do. If anyone needs a break, feel free to take a break and pick back up when you're ready. We're almost there. This is going to be our last one. That's another minute gone. Now I'd like you to bend the knee. Now see how close. So I'm half bending and let's really try to pull that heel all the way in and then tiny pulses up. A mini press up, and you want to find this work really into the back of the left glute. Continue to push the hands, the fists, or the elbows, wherever you may be, into the floor. Find that stability in your shoulders. And let's see if we can find a little bit of a shake and some real hard work into that left glute. Check that we're not creeping the shoulders up towards the ears. You guys are doing really well. You've got just under 30 seconds of this move before we're going to lay ourselves down on the side and work the side glute. So again, you can imagine that my hands are on your heel and I'm trying to press you down towards the floor, but you're working against me and pressing your heel all the way back up towards the ceiling. You've got 10 seconds to go. You need to close your eyes, closing your eyes. Whatever it takes you to work through this in 3, 2, 1, and releasing down. Oh my goodness. Okay, take a quick child's pose. Quick rock from side to side. And then we want to lay on our right side. So we continue to work the left glute. Once we lay on the right side, have your forearm underneath. Bring your knees forward and your toes back. You're in a clamshell position. Left hand comes onto the left hip and we open and close. And it's just the knees which are opening, the left hip stays directly on top of the right hip. You've probably guessed we've got a minute through this sequence as well. So we're now working the outer section of the glute, the outer thigh. Beware to avoid sinking into the right shoulder. So let's lift up through this side of the body. So we're working our obliques and engaging through. You may be feeling that right leg as well, as that was your stabilizing one. Okay, but it's kind of getting stronger. It's working for you here. If you do need to come down, if you've got pain in the shoulder, know that you can always perhaps come down, lay yourself all the way on the side, but make sure again that top hip is not moving back. Guys, we've got 10 seconds and then we've got one final move, which is just a 30-second move only. It's tough, but it's 30 seconds. Okay, hold those knees apart from the knees. Extend the left leg away from you and we take tiny pulses up. Now that leg should be feeling heavy. Again, check that you're not rolling back. Keep those hips forward. Keep that length. And know that you're not the only one doing this right now, that there's probably somebody else doing it, feeling just the same as you. I'm probably making you talk funny because we're pushing through. This is where that magic's happening, where we're getting stronger, toned. 3, 2, 1, and release. Give that glute a nice little shake out. And then I'm going to ask you to bring yourself all the way up onto your knees. We're going to take the arms out to the side, bring the right fingertips down, just reach the left arm overhead for a nice big side stretch through the left side of the body. Bringing ourselves up, and let's take all this again on the opposite side. So we set up. Now you may feel the left glute already stabilizing, just a heads up. Okay, we bring our hands directly under the shoulders. My mat is sticky because I am sweaty. Extend the right leg behind you, point through the toe, and lifting the right leg up towards hip high, eye line down, and let's begin our lower and lift. And again, just your check-in points. Are you pushing the hands into the mat, elevating through the shoulders? Our right hip bone, our right hip is staying square to the floor rather than opening out to the side. And we have that imaginary glass of water on our low back. Try to keep the right leg as long as you possibly can. And rather than just flinging through, okay, we keep the control and find that resistance. And you guys may know, if you follow me on Instagram at Sofie_Jayne, or if you go on my website, send me a message. I am doing full length 50-minute classes over Zoom. Now we're spending more time from home, so I'd love you to join me. Let's bring that leg, hold all the way up. That's the end of our minute. We flex the foot. The knee bends in and out, tap and lift. In, out, tap, lift. As we bend the knee in, feel the extra work into your hamstring, into the back of the thigh. Yeah, so going back to those classes, they're all 10 Canadian dollars, $5.50 Great British. You just send me a PayPal, I'll send you the email for class, the Zoom link, and you guys join on in. Simple as that. And we work out together for 50 minutes. It's really growing a nice community, and knowing that there's people at the other end just keeps you sometimes a little bit more engaged in the workout. If again you need to lower down to the forearms, you can always lower down. We've got 15 seconds before we take our tiny heel presses up to the ceiling. Almost there, you're doing so well, team. Okay, your last one. Now let's keep that leg lengthened. Try to keep the thigh nice and high as you bend the knee. Squeeze the glutes, flex the foot, and then tiny presses up, like you're trying to imprint your heel all the way up towards the ceiling. Check and see how your shoulders are feeling. Again, remember those positions. You can always bring your forearms down to the floor if you need to, if you're getting fatigue in the shoulders, especially on the second side, as those shoulders have been working so high. Think about what's kind of referred to as the smile of the sea. You know where your bottom and your hamstring meet? Or I like to think about when you're sunbathing and sometimes you don't get tanned right under the bum cheek. That's where we're thinking of lifting right now. So find that nice strong press and lift through. I mean, I used to get tanned there when I was like 18, but now at 33, I do not quite get that same tan as my bottoms dipped slightly. But I'm still working hard and I still know I'm gonna feel good after moving my body. It's all about how I'm feeling inside. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, release that all the way down. Find your quick child's pose and just give me a quick rock with those hips from side to side. And then we have our final section. So let's bring ourselves down so you're on the left. Left forearm down, knees are forward and your toes are back. Hand is on the hip and we begin with our lift and lower. So our clamshell, we've got 1 minute. You can always lay all the way down if that's preferred and rest your ear on your arm, either or, but most importantly, let's make sure your right hip stays directly on top of your left. Guys, as we're getting towards the end of the video, I do encourage you to stay for the little stretch sequence at the end, just so we're not feeling too much tightness in the glutes afterwards or tomorrow. And I would also love it if you'd be so kind to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'd love to know if you liked the video, if it felt good for you, if it was challenging, if it wasn't challenging enough. These videos are all made for you, so I'd love to know your feedback on them. Okay, we're so close to the end of this little sequence. Do you remember your final 30 seconds? Okay, let's hold those knees up, extend the top leg away, and then tiny pulses up. Now the leg should be feeling heavy, but you're working to bring it up. Try again to avoid sinking into the left shoulder. Think about your strong legs, how you're gonna be feeling inside, because we all feel so much better after working our bodies. 15 seconds to go on the clock, staying with me. Breathe. Come on. Final 5 seconds, you've got this. In 3, 2, 1, and releasing down. Let's lay onto our backs. And let's just lay. No, I'm joking. We're gonna stretch out. Bring the left ankle over the right thigh. Interlace the hands. You can either take the hands behind the right thigh or bring them around your actual shin for a nice deeper stretch into the outer glute. And then lowering down, switching sides, right ankle over the left knee, interlacing the hands behind the thigh, or again, around your shin. And also, if anyone would like to share their experience on Instagram, screenshot and tag me at Sofie_Jayne. I'm trying to be a little bit more savvy on there, but I'll probably need your help with it. So thank you for doing that. Okay, knees into the chest, give yourself a rock round, rolling yourself up, and of course, a very well-deserved round of applause. If you've got more time, go check out some other videos. Otherwise, hopefully you'll join me later on in the week. Really nice work, guys.